God, he hardly even talks anymore.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the cinematic moments that we've rewound repeatedly. Whether it's for their hilarious details, shock value, or technical achievement, these are the scenes that we'll happily revisit time and time again. Beware of the spoilers ahead, however, because we'll be giving away some important story points. Number 50. Training Montage. Rocky. Anyone who's even casually familiar with movies knows about the training montage. It's a rapid-fire sequence of clips showing a hero gearing up for the impossible. Most takes on the sports genre trope can be traced back to Rocky. The scene follows the underdog boxer as he prepares to face heavyweight champion Apollo Creed. Gonna Fly Now kicks in as Rocky powers through push-ups, pounds the pavement, and runs through city streets. It all builds to that legendary sprint up the steps of the Philadelphia Museum of Arts. Even if you've never seen the full movie, you've seen this inspiring moment echoed everywhere. For decades, it has been a go-to spark for motivation and new beginnings. Number 49. Mall Name Change. Back to the Future. Blink and you'll miss it, but this tiny gag is one of the many things that makes the film so rewatchable. Early on, Marty McFly meets with Doc at the parking lot of the Twin Pines Mall.
Doc, is that a Devo?
Never mind that now.
He returns to the location after traveling back to 1985. This time, however, it's now called Lone Pine Mall. Those who've paid attention know why the name changed. When Marty initially goes back to 1955, he crashes through Old Man Peabody's farm, flattening one of his two pine trees. It's a detail that made fans want to rewind the film and clock the sign change. Number 48. Oh My Disney. Ralph Breaks the Internet. Few crossover moments have come close to matching this cameo parade. In the Wreck-It Ralph sequel, Vanellope is dropped straight into Disney's website.
Come on, princesses and cartoon characters, lame.
Hey, easy there.
Oh, I mean, no offense or anything.
The screen overflows with so many Easter eggs, it's practically begging viewers to go back and see how many they can point out. You might see iconic props like Boo's door from Monsters, Inc. or Carl's house from Up. Character-wise, you can also find Rocket Raccoon, Judy Hopps, and Gogo Tamago deep in the background.
That's unauthorized clickbait.
And that's just on a first rewatch. You'd have to go back several times to spot everything. Number 47. Prehistoric Welcome. Jurassic Park. Nothing quite prepares you for the moment when something of pure wonder comes into view. As doctors Alan Grant and Ellie Sattler are driven through Isla Nublar, they suddenly stop to observe something off screen.
Alan, this species of Variformin's been extinct since the Cretaceous period. I mean, this thing is about this thing. What?
The camera tilts up, the music swells, and the character's attention is drawn to what is none other than a dinosaur standing tall before them.
We're gonna make a fortune with this place.
The scene sells the premise instantly. Living, breathing miracles, not theme park tricks. John Williams' score and Richard Attenborough's iconic line delivery cap off the spectacle with pure joy and promise. Years later, and fans still rewatch the iconic Brachiosaur scene and cite it as the gold standard for evoking childlike awe. Even the sequels were desperate to chase the high that only the original could capture.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Number 46. And Then There Were Two. The Thing. You know you've made a cult classic when people still can't decide on what the ending means.
You the only one who made it?
Not the only one.
As the horror whodunit comes to a close, MacReady and Child sit amid the wreckage of the destroyed outpost. After all the blood tests, flamethrowers, and shape-shifting paranoia, the film refuses to confirm if either man is secretly a killer alien.
Well, what do we do?
The video game sequel, endorsed by John Carpenter himself, shows that neither character was the creature. Yet many still obsess over other theories, such as Childs being the Thing, both of them being the Thing, and a supposed eye gleam theory that proves who's human. Either way, this quiet standoff proves just how much staying power there is in ambiguity. Number 45. Red-faced jump scare. Insidious. This shock in broad daylight proves that terror doesn't need darkness to land.
What's happening to Renee's real. I've seen it for myself.
During a calm kitchen conversation, a sudden crimson figure appears behind Josh Lambert. Director James Wan weaponizes silence, cuts, and framing to perfection, yanking viewers into a jolt that feels a bit unfair. The reveal also ties directly to the astral nightmare of the Further, and the malevolent presence haunting the family. Its split-second timing flipped theaters into screams, gasps, and nervous laughter. Horror fans rewatch it because the scare still hits, even when you know it's coming. It's the moment Insidious announces itself as a movie that never lets you feel safe.
I know someone who can help. If you're willing to ask.
Number 44. Club Shootout. John Wick. Even after so many sequels and spin-offs, we often come back to this set piece as the one that started it all. John Wick's Red Circle Club shootout drops us into a neon-soaked bloodbath. Keanu Reeves moves through the spa, dance floor, and locker rooms with icy precision. The choreography blends gun fu, judo throws, and point-blank headshots, all accompanied by a sweet electro house soundtrack. It may not be the movie's first action scene, but it does feel like the moment where the Baba Yaga has truly returned. The long takes, color, music, and brutality make this an easy scene to revisit. Number 43. System Purge, The Cabin in the Woods. It's never been more satisfying to watch chaos unfold like this on screen. After spending most of the runtime watching a facility micromanage every horror trope, the cages finally open and unleash terror in every form. Werewolves, ghosts, robots, giant snakes, zombies, a unicorn, and more. They all get in on the carnage. Any mythological monster or horror icon you can think of is paid homage to. Fans keep coming back to catch new creatures, laugh at the dark humor, and admire the pure fun in letting the famous monsters wreak havoc. Number 42. Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya, the Princess Bride. You don't need a long explanation to recognize one of cinema's most quotable lines. When Inigo Montoya finally faces Count Rugen, the movie's revenge plot explodes into a satisfying end.
Kill the Dark One and the Giant, but leave the third for questioning.
The six-fingered villain, the scarred backstory, and that famous introduction turn the thirst for vengeance into the film's emotional core.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
As Inigo repeats the line through the pain, it somehow gets better every time.
Hello! My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die!
Audiences have probably found themselves mouthing the words along with him on repeat viewings. It is simple, dramatic, hugely cathartic, and has proven to stand the test of time. Number 41. The First Coin Flip. No Country for Old Men. In this scene, Anton Chigurh, played by Javier Bardem, traps an unsuspecting clerk in some awkward small talk.
Is something wrong?
With what?
With anything.
Is that what you're asking me? Is there something wrong with anything?
The questions start to get more threatening, and the silence between the lines rings louder than a gunshot. He eventually flips a coin and tells the clerk to call it.
I didn't put nothing up.
Yes, you did. You've been putting it up your whole life. You just didn't know it.
If we weren't locked in before, we were absolutely terrified by now. This simple act became one of the most lean-in moments in all of cinema, as we slowly realized that a life hinges on pure chance. Who knew a coin flip could be a tension masterclass that gets people to return again and again?
Well done. Don't put it in your pocket.
Sir?
Don't put it in your pocket. It's your lucky quarter.
Where you want me to put it?
Anywhere not in your pocket. Or it'll get mixed in with the others and become just a coin.
Number 40, Final Duel, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. The long-running series finally comes to a close at Hogwarts. After so many sprawling wizard battles, it all narrows to an intimate duel between Harry and Voldemort. Throughout the castle grounds, spells crack like gunfire, wizards fall to Death Eaters, and the camera captures every gritty detail in the action. It all amounts to the moment when Harry deflects the killing curse back at Voldemort, finally disintegrating the villain who's taken years to defeat. It's a payoff built on years of setup, grief, and hope, and it still hits pretty hard. Number 39, Docking with the Endurance, Interstellar. This Christopher Nolan hit has plenty of memorable moments.
Cooper, what are you doing?
Docking.
The tidal wave sequence kept us on the edge of our seats. Joseph Cooper watching messages from his adult children is also never not heartbreaking. The docking maneuver scene, however, is the adrenaline peak. When the Endurance spacecraft spins out of control, Cooper risks everything to latch onto it before it's torn apart. It plays out like 2001: A Space Odyssey colliding with the Death Star trench run.
Endurance is hitting stratosphere.
When Nolan's name comes up, this is often the moment people jump to. Throw in some unforgettable Hans Zimmer music, and it is no wonder the scene became instantly iconic. Number 38, Caesar Speaks, Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Sometimes it only takes one word to make a scene something truly special. When the super intelligent Caesar has had it with human cruelty, he finally speaks as a first act of defiance.
Take your stinking paw off me, you damn 38!
No!
Whether you've seen the original Planet of the Apes or not, hearing the chimp speak for the first time made audiences gasp. The simple statement was so powerful that it rendered both the human and ape characters speechless. On top of the writing, it's Andy Serkis's booming voice and scarily real performance that make it a classic. Number 37, D-Day, Saving Private Ryan. Getting dropped straight into the chaos and horror of World War II is one hell of a way to open your film.
Stand out of your weapons. Keep those actions clear. And I'll see you on the beach.
As bullets tear through Allied soldiers, Tom Hanks's Captain Miller stumbles through smoke as everyone tries to make their way to the beach. It's a portrayal of the invasion that earned the name D-Day. Nothing is held back as medics scream for morphine, sounds fade away to a ringing shock, and soldiers take cover underwater only to learn that nowhere is safe. The camera shakes and lack of a score only make it feel more immersive and confusing. Decades later, and it remains clear that it has influenced the war genre as we know it today. Number 36, Funny How? Goodfellas. After hearing an amusing story from his fellow gangster, Tommy DeVito, Henry Hill tries to compliment him. This backfires immediately when he responds, "What do you mean I'm funny?"
What do you mean I'm funny?
What follows is a brief yet extremely tense scene. Long pauses, nervous stutters, and a still camera that waits to see if Henry is a dead man.
Well, I'm funny how? I mean funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you? I make you laugh?
Even when the tension is finally undercut, we nervously laugh off the moment as if we were sitting at that table ourselves.
Get the fuck out of here, Tommy.
It is constantly quoted and analyzed, and it captures Scorsese's gift for shifting the mood in seconds.
I wonder about you sometimes, Henry. You may fold under questioning.
Number 35. Opening scene, Inglourious Bastards. Director Quentin Tarantino opens this period piece with a quiet conversation on a farm. A feeling of dread, however, permeates the entire scene.
Are you aware of my existence?
Yes.
This is good. Are you aware of the job I've been ordered to carry out in France?
Yes.
Somehow, Hans Landa inflicts milk, a pipe, and polite small talk on a poor farmer as if it were torture. As he charms his way through nearly 20 minutes of dialogue, he eventually tightens his grip. His arrogant smile fades away as he reveals that he already knows what the farmer is hiding.
You're sheltering enemies of the state, are you not?
Yes.
You're sheltering them underneath your floorboards, aren't you?
Yes.
It's a captivating scene that not only keeps us in suspense, it also tells us everything we need to know about our villain. He is sadistic, patient, and downright despicable. We will never get tired of watching Oscar winner Christoph Waltz own a scene so well. Number 34. Clarice meets Hannibal, The Silence of the Lambs. This first encounter is legendary for how quickly it made people uncomfortable.
You're one of Jack Crawford's, aren't you?
I am, yes.
May I see your credentials?
After FBI trainee Clarice Starling walks through an ominous facility, she is greeted with an unsettling sight: the cannibalistic Hannibal Lecter, standing perfectly still in his glass cell, waiting for her. Their following conversation proves that he is as shrewd as he is creepy. Every word from Anthony Hopkins lands like a piece moved on a psychological chessboard.
You use Evian skin cream. And sometimes you wear lead at home. But not today.
His direct eye contact and stillness also show just how scary he is. Even from within a cell, it's clear that Hannibal is in control, and that chilling power shift is what makes it impossible to look away.
A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Number 33. The Chase Begins. Mad Max: Fury Road. It's no surprise that one of the greatest action movies of all time is endlessly rewatchable. From shooting down canyon bikers to the desert brawl for the handgun, there are plenty of thrilling scenes to choose from. For our pick, we'll have to go with the start of the chase. It just has so much going for it. An army of spiked cars with buzzsaws, war boys with exploding spears, Max tied up in a dicey position, Furiosa's badass introduction, and all the vehicular destruction you could want. It all culminates in a lightning sandstorm that sends a car into a fiery explosion. Nux caps off the spectacle by summing up, in his own way, what everyone's thinking.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Number 32. Quint's Monologue. Jaws. Just when Quint and Matt Hooper are starting to get along on a shark hunt, the former hits us with a haunting tale.
Didn't see the first shark for about half an hour. Tiger. 13-footer, you know that when you're in the water, Chief? You tell by looking from the dorsal to the tail.
The old sea captain tells his new friends about the USS Indianapolis, the real-life warship that left him and hundreds of sailors stranded at sea, many of whom were devoured by sharks. Robert Shaw's delivery paints a perfectly terrifying image of sharks, creatures with lifeless black eyes that roll over white when they bite you.
Sometimes that shark, he looks right into you, right into your eyes. You know the thing about a shark, he's got lifeless eyes. Black eyes, like a doll's eye.
Given that description, we can see why he dedicated his life to getting revenge on the ocean predators. This will always be remembered as the moment that defines Quint and gives this exciting adventure some life-threatening stakes. It is endlessly engaging to hear this backstory unfold.
So 1,100 men went in the war. 316 men come out. The sharks took the rest June the 29th, 1945.
Number 31. Chestburster, Alien. There are moments in cinema so shocking that you wish you could go back and experience them for the first time again. This gory moment in Alien is one such scene.
What's the matter? The food ain't that bad, baby.
When the characters save their crewmate Thomas Kane from an unknown parasite, they all gather for breakfast on the ship. Then, out of nowhere, Kane starts to cough. The crew thinks nothing of it at first, until he starts to convulse, which then turns into blood sprays from his chest. Finally, the baby xenomorph erupts out of Kane and runs off. The special effects and surprise on the cast's faces are what make it convincing, instantly recognizable, and constantly discussed. Number 30. You Can't Handle the Truth. A Few Good Men. This military legal drama is gripping from start to finish, but this scene truly stands out. Tom Cruise's Lieutenant Caffey questions Jack Nicholson's Colonel Jessup about an unsanctioned beating, or Code Red, carried out on Private William Santiago, which resulted in his death.
Colonel Jessup, did you order the Code Red?
Caffey's intense questioning famously sees him demand the truth from Jessup. The Colonel's reply is among cinema's most famous movie quotes.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
He goes on to deliver a villainous tirade, in which he alludes to the need for illegal acts to uphold the law. Taffy's persistence even prompts Jessup to own up to ordering the beating. It is a phenomenal scene with acting so impressive from Nicholson that we have to watch it repeatedly.
I have neither the time nor the inclination to explain myself to a man who rises and sleeps under the blanket of the very freedom that I provide, and then questions the manner in which I provide it. I would rather you just said thank you and went on your way.
Number 29, Infiltrating the Vault, Mission Impossible. Even people who haven't seen this scene have probably seen something referencing it. IMF agent Ethan Hunt has to recover a list of undercover agents from a secure computer at CIA headquarters. However, to do so, he needs to dangle from a pair of wires into a room with heat, sound, and pressure sensors. The scene is dripping with tension throughout, sometimes literally, as one wrong move could mean discovery. It's one of the most masterfully nail-biting suspense scenes out there. Resisting the urge to watch it again is a truly impossible mission. Number 28, Church Fight, Kingsman: The Secret Service. This scene tends to end up on our lists a lot, probably because it's amazing. Kingsman agent Harry Hart ends up in the church of a religious hate group while investigating villain Richmond Valentine.
I didn't expect it to be that effective.
What kind of response are we talking?
100%.
Valentine uses the occasion to test out a frequency in everyone's phones which turns everyone there hyper-violent, including Harry. The ensuing action scene is filmed in several continuous takes that see Harry mowing through the churchgoers with gadgets, guns, and any other improvised weapon he can lay to hand.
And we get the added benefit of wiping out the kingdom.
Not yet.
Rewatching this scene is practically essential, if only to catch all the little details in the action. Oh, and it's an excuse to rock out to Freebird. Not that you need one, of course. Number 27, Dance Off, Triple R. This Indian historical buddy action movie has many incredible scenes, but none of them blew up like this one. The two lead characters, Alluri Sitaramaraju and Komuram Bhim, attend a fancy party, where a snobby Englishman ridicules Bhim through dance.
Every damn wanker thinks he can dance. What do you think of yourself, huh? You country oaf.
However, Ram steps in to defend his bro, launching into a dance number where he is soon joined by Bhim and eventually the rest of the guests. Quite apart from having a toe-tappingly catchy song, the dance itself is phenomenal.
I've had enough of this nonsense! You two, out!
The choreography is incredible and has to be seen multiple times to be believed. Ram throws the contest to help Bhim, but the competition to see who can view this scene the most is still ongoing, and has hundreds of millions of players.
Ah!
Number 26, The Black Knight, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. An all-time classic British comedy, Monty Python and the Holy Grail has more rewatchable moments than you can shake a coconut at. And yet, it's this scene that arguably keeps us coming back the most. King Arthur stumbles across a lone knight in black guarding a small bridge. When the knight refuses to move, Arthur engages him in battle. After cutting off one of his arms, Arthur believes he's won. However, the Black Knight is not finished. In fact, even losing several more of his limbs doesn't deter him.
What are you gonna do, bleed on me? I'm invincible! You're a loony. The Black Knight always triumphs! How about you?
The cartoonish violence and back and forth between the knight and Arthur is comedic gold. Call us a loony for loving it, but we cannot stop rewatching this scene.
Come, Patsy. Oh, I see. Running away, eh? You yellow bastard! Come back here and take what's coming to you! I'll bite your legs off!
Number 25, Bank Robbery Shootout, Heat. Like the film itself, this sequence is straight fire. Neil McCauley and his gang have just robbed a bank and believe they've gotten away clean. However, the police are waiting for them, and a gun battle soon erupts on the streets of Los Angeles. What follows is one of the most visceral and suspenseful shootouts in movie history. There's no music. The gunshots aren't muffled. It's uncomfortably realistic, yet powerfully magnetic. Most of Macaulay's men and many policemen and bystanders are killed. As terrifying as this would be to experience in real life, it is a scene we can't help but be gripped by. Number 24, The Crazy 88, Kill Bill Volume 1. Quentin Tarantino movies have no shortage of rewatchable scenes. Our pick for the most rewatched one goes to the bride's battle against the Yakuza bodyguards, the Crazy 88. The bride faces dozens of gang members in a tea house. The wirework style and over-the-top gore pay tribute to martial arts films of the past. But it also feels distinctly Tarantino, with touches like the eclectic soundtrack and what can only be described as breakdancing with katanas. It's filmed brilliantly too, alternating between color and black and white, while also featuring an entire section filmed with silhouettes against blue light. This fight is nearly 10 minutes of non-stop bloody action, and we have a rip-roaring good time every time we watch it. Number 23, Andy's Escape, The Shawshank Redemption. Prisoner Andy Dufresne looks to be at his lowest point. Yet when the audience is expecting him to be dead in his cell, he is nowhere to be found. Instead, the warden's angry tantrum exposes that Andy escaped his cell by chiseling through a hole hidden behind a poster. Morgan Freeman's iconic narration takes us through Andy's entire escape process, which takes years.
Andy crawled to freedom through 500 yards of shit-smelling foulness I can't even imagine.
Andy's escape through a sewage pipe may make us gag at the thought, but when he raises his hands in triumph as the thunder and lightning crash and the music swells, we can't help but cheer him on every time we rewatch. Number 22, Opening Adventure, Raiders of the Lost Ark. The beginning of the Indiana Jones series sees the titular character in search of a golden idol in Peru. Indy must overcome deadly traps, creepy animals, and treachery from his guide to recover the prized artifact. Practically every part of this opening scene is iconic. Each one of the traps, from the spikes to the darts to the giant boulder, have all become staples of pop culture. And that shot of him switching the idol lives in our heads rent-free. It is beautifully filmed, funny, and exciting. Indy's first adventure is pulpy action distilled to its very essence, and we cannot get enough of it. This scene belongs in a museum, it's that good.
Dr. Jones, again we see there is nothing you can possess which I cannot take away. And you thought I'd given up.
Number 21, Ride of the Rohirrim, The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. The Lord of the Rings films are loaded with rewatchable scenes. But this is one fans return to again and again. Just as things look their darkest during the Siege of Gondor, horns sound in the distance. The cavalry has arrived. The riders of Rohan crest the hill and see the massive orc army surrounding the city before them. King Theoden delivers an epic speech that is somehow both grim and uplifting, rattling his men's spears as he goes.
Arise! Arise, riders of Theoden! Spears shall be shaken! Shields shall be splintered! A sword day! A red day! And the sun rises!
And then they all charge, screaming death at the top of their lungs. The music, incredible scope, performances, and effects all culminate in a legendary scene that gives us chills every time we see it. Number 20. Jack's death, Titanic. Given how much the movie made at the box office, it's probably fair to say that Titanic is one of the most rewatched movies of all time, regardless of specific scenes. But when it does come to specific scenes, that one at the end with Leonardo DiCaprio hanging onto the door has gotta be one of them.
Stay on, Rose.
And sure, there are many of us who'll rewatch it for the emotional impact of Jack giving his life to save Rose. But if we're being honest, most of us have gone back to that scene in order to determine if we think both parties could have survived on the floating piece of wreckage. Number 19. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Gentlemen prefer blondes.
But square cut or pear shape, these rocks don't lose their shape. Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
While there may be some debate as to whether gentlemen really prefer blondes or not, there's no question that gentlemen prefer Marilyn Monroe. One of the greatest movie stars of all time, Monroe continues to be a cultural phenomenon today, over 6 decades since her passing. One of her most iconic movie moments, along with the subway grate scene in The 7-Year Itch, is her rendition of Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend in the 1953 film Gentlemen Prefer Blondes.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Madonna seemed to think so too, and even paid homage to the scene in her 1985 video for her song Material Girl.
And I am a material girl. You know that we are living in a material world. And I am a material girl.
Number 18. Jimmy Buffett, Jurassic World. When Jurassic World came out in 2015, those of us who missed the franchise so dearly were excited to have it back in our lives.
Jurassic World exists to remind us how very small we are, how new. You can't put a price on that. Now please, we're flying.
This excitement is what likely made most of us miss some of the small details and Easter eggs when they came across the screen. Or, in this case, ran across the screen holding a couple of margaritas. In the years since the film's release, we'll admit to returning frequently enough to watch the Main Street Dino attack just to see if the cocktail guy is, in fact, Jimmy Buffett. And, just in case you haven't already gotten confirmation, it is indeed. Number 17. Oh Captain, My Captain, Dead Poets Society. As one of the great comedic geniuses of his generation, there are plenty of moments from Robin Williams' career we can turn to if we need a good laugh.
I had to stop drinking alcohol because I used to wake up nude in the hood of my car with my keys in my ass. Not a good thing. Hi, can I help you? No, thanks. It's just flooded. I'll be okay.
But Williams proved throughout his career that he could also make us cry. One of his first forays into drama was the great 1989 film Dead Poets Society, where he played the enthusiastic and unconventional English teacher John Keating. Who saw that film and didn't come out of it wishing they had a teacher like Keating?
We're going to talk about Shakespeare as someone who writes something very interesting. Now, many of you have seen Shakespeare done
very much like this. Oh, Titus, bring your friend hither.
Williams' ability to make us care so deeply for his character was what made that final scene that much more powerful. When those students get up on their desks and declare, "Oh Captain, my Captain," we're tearing up already.
This is your final warning, Anderson. How dare you? Do you hear me?
Oh Captain, my Captain.
Number 16. Anti-Gravity Fighting, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. While the wuxia genre of martial arts film has a long history in China, North American audiences in the year 2000 had never really seen anything like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Instead of big explosions and bloody fistfights, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon was a ballet of beautifully choreographed anti-gravitational action. Two of the most notable scenes are the nighttime rooftop chase and the amazing battle above the bamboo forest. The wirework movement was, and still is, eminently rewatchable, and was highly influential on the next generation of action movies. Number 15. Heather's Terrified Close-Up, The Blair Witch Project. It might seem hard to believe these days, but back in 1999 when The Blair Witch Project was released, many thought the movie was made with actual found footage. The promotion around the film when it premiered listed the actors as missing or deceased, and the heavy internet marketing was highlighted by one very memorable scene.
It is my fault.
because it was my project. And I insisted. I insisted on everything.
Heather's terrified and teary-eyed close-up was the key to the entire film. The internet and trailer-watching audience needed to buy into it for the movie to succeed. And boy, did it ever. As much as this scene was rewatched following the film's release, it was probably rewatched just as much online leading up to the movie being in theaters.
I'm scared to close my eyes. I'm scared to open them.
Number 14, Skull Overlay, Psycho. One of the most influential horror films of all time. Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho has many memorable moments, with maybe the most obvious being the shower scene. That is a moment that's been rewatched for decades by not only fans, but filmmakers and film historians analyzing and breaking down every edit and angle of the iconic scene. And then there's the moment at the end of the movie just as the scene fades from Norman Bates at the police station to Marion's car being pulled out of the swamp. Look closely and you'll see the image of a skull overlaid on Bates's face during the transition.
They'll see and they'll know, and they'll say, why, she wouldn't even harm a fly.
If you haven't rewatched this one yet, you probably will now. Number 13, the cue cards, Love Actually. The cue card scene from Love Actually is easily one of the most rewatched movie scenes ever. But what's interesting about it is the evolution of its rewatchability.
It's carol singers.
Give him a quid and tell him to bugger off.
Originally, it was generally referenced as one of the most romantic moments in a movie packed to the brim with romance. Mark's declaration of love for Juliet, his best friend's wife, was a guy putting himself out there and willing to get hurt for love. However, in the last decade or so, the prevailing view of this scene has changed, with many pointing out that Mark is a bad friend, not to mention the borderline stalker vibes of it all. Still, whether you, like Raj, see it as the height of romance or want to cancel it, we're all still rewatching it. Number 12, Keyser Söze Reveal, The Usual Suspects. Spoiler alert, the movie came out in 1995, but if somehow you've managed to avoid knowing the ending of The Usual Suspects for almost 30 years now, you might want to skip this one. And go watch the movie.
Convince me. And tell me every last
back when I was in that barbershop quartet in Skokie, Illinois. Where's your head, Agent Kuyan?
What we need to do is think. Think back.
I'm sure you've heard many tall tales.
Okay, now can the rest of us talk about how awesome that twist was? Along with the revelation of Roger Verbal Kint comes with the reveal of all the random items around the LAPD office that he used when crafting his story and the characters therein. The first time you see it, it's amazing, but it also begs to be rewatched with eyes wide open in an effort to even better connect all the dots.
He mentioned Keyser Söze. Who? After that, my guess is you'll never hear from him again.
Number 11, The Spinning Top, Inception. Is Leonardo DiCaprio's character in the real world or in a dream at the end of Inception?
Something you once knew. That this world is not real.
Well, the only way to know for sure is to see if that spinning top stops or continues to spin indefinitely. But the problem is the movie cuts out before we can see it fall or not. Or does it? Given the importance of that moment, many have gone back and watched and rewatched those final seconds in an effort to determine the top's fate. Is it leaning just a little as if about to hit the table? There are those who swear this is the case, while others are not as convinced. Guess we'll have to watch it again. Number 10, The Final Battle, Avengers Endgame. The Avengers spend most of Endgame assembling the Infinity Stones to bring their friends back. Right as they do so, however, Thanos attacks them and sets off a brawl involving numerous fighters from across the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
A grateful universe.
Born out of blood.
They'll never know it. Because you won't be alive to tell them.
The returning heroes provide a lot of blink-and-you'll-miss-it appearances, along with a satisfying assemble battle cry.
Avengers!
Assemble.
Captain Captain Marvel's entrance is also spectacularly explosive, and her fistfight with Thanos has some gasp-inducing hits too. Though Iron Man and Captain America had a much more emotionally charged bout in Captain America Civil War, shots like Cap lifting Thor's hammer left us even more amazed. Plus, the excessive amounts of jokes and Easter eggs in this scene require multiple views just to catch them all.
Don't touch me.
You missed the first time. Then you got them both the second time.
Number 9. Electric Slide, Police Story. An evil crime lord sends his goons into a mall to attack Selena, so Jackie Chan's character Kakui runs in to save her. To shoot this scene, Chan has to free run through stores and across multiple levels to chase the bad guys down. But when he suddenly has to get from the top floor to the ground, Jackie leaps onto a pole to slide all the way down. The mesmerizing drop plays out in one take, as you watch Chan crash through dozens of light bulbs. It's the stunt's insane danger factor, however, that has us replaying it so much. And considering Jackie Chan's burns and injuries from the shoot, it only seems fair that this fall plays 3 times in the movie itself. Number 8. Satellite Drop, Cloverfield. After a monster terrorizes New York City, Cloverfield shows us footage from long before the attack. As our hero Rob enjoys a date at Coney Island, a mysterious black dot zooms to the water in time with a digital beep.
I had a good day.
Though it requires repeat viewings to properly spot this quick Easter egg, fans developed theories that it was a satellite. J.J. Abrams actually confirmed this idea as part of a tie-in with the movie's viral marketing campaign. However, Abrams also left the door open for the theory that the dot was potentially the escape pod from the end of the Cloverfield paradox. J.J. Abrams and his fans have inadvertently encouraged even more replays of the shot too, thanks to the arguments they've built around it. Number 7. Pop culture extravaganza, Ready Player One. In an effort to stop innovative online industries from taking over the virtual reality world of Oasis, Parzival leads an army of players to stop them.
First to the key!
Since players customize their avatars after other famous icons, their fight has more iconic pop culture characters than you can spot in one try. While fighters from Overwatch and Halo appear right in front of the camera, it's easy to miss Battletoads, Gremlins, and even He-Man in the chaos. The fast camera movements and wide shots make it hard to notice the likes of Sonic or the mech from Aliens too. And despite plenty of overt Terminator and Child's Play references, the scene is also subtle enough to warrant dozens of rewatches. Number 6. The Closing Whisper, Lost in Translation. Charlotte and Bob's overlapping trips to Japan spark a magical friendship that helps them both enjoy themselves. As he gets ready to head back to America, however, Bob chases after Charlotte to say a proper goodbye. After a tear-jerking hug, he mumbles into her ear. Since only their okays can be heard among the street noise, the whisper teases viewers to rewind the scene over and over. Some fans actually play with the movie's audio to try and hear it too. Though people have different ideas of what's said, director Sofia Coppola insists it's only meant for Bob and Charlotte to know. Nevertheless, this quiet farewell still has fans perplexed to this day. Number 5. Head Explosion, Scanners.
I would like to scan all of you in this room, one at a time.
Leave it to David Cronenberg to shock and fascinate audiences at the same time. In his supernatural thriller, a company named Consec is demonstrating their new psychic scanner agents with a live mind reading. Surprisingly, the volunteer is actually a much stronger scanner who gives the presenter a fatal headache. The brutal carnage of the effect looks so real that you have to see it a few times to be sure it's fake. Plus, the blast and music cap off the scene so intensely that you'll likely go back again just to appreciate how amazingly this violent moment plays out. Number 4. Lobby Shootout, The Matrix.
No one has ever done anything like this.
That's why it's going to work.
The digital world of The Matrix is meant to trap humans, so Morpheus is kidnapped when he tries to fight against it. As Neo and Trinity head into a building to save him, they send the whole ground floor into a flurry of bullets and gymnastics. The flips and kicks are stunning to watch, especially the debris flying around everyone.
Shit!
The propeller head song Spy Break truly amps up the energy as well. Neo's backbending dodges are certainly visually striking, but the clever blend of film speeds enhances the action more. The slow motion also means you won't miss much in the scene, but it's such a high-octane moment that you'll want to rewatch it anyway. Number 3. Pool Fantasy, Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Mom, know you have company?
It's just Mark and Mike from school.
Brad's last year at Ridgemont High School sees him losing his job and girlfriend just when things are looking good. He does, however, get obsessed with Linda, whom he catches swimming in a bikini one fateful day at his house. Brad's mind wanders in spectacular fashion as he imagines her coming out of the water like a supermodel.
You know how cute I always thought you were.
The over-the-top posing from actress Phoebe Cates and some mist enhance the sexual fantasy aspect of this dream, appealing to viewers just as much as Brad. While the lesbian pool scene in Wild Things is progressive and steamy, Fast Times ups the ante with a bikini drop. And frankly, it's difficult not to revisit Kate's slow-motion strutting thanks to the sensual filmmaking behind it. Number 2. Truck Chase, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. The second time an evil Terminator comes to kill John Connor, we find out there's also a friendly Terminator trying to save him. But when the malevolent robot hunts John down in a truck, our young hero drives into a flood control channel just to escape it. The machine doesn't hesitate, however, and drops right down to ram John's bike. The scene is packed with unbelievable moments to enrich repeat viewings, especially the massive jumps into the channel. Arnold Schwarzenegger's gun flipping and the explosive finale add some badass imagery to the moment as well. With the tense music tying all these awesome moments together, there are a lot of reasons to take in this chase again and again. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Trooper Hits His Head, Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope.
There's no one here.
With the Galactic Empire chasing Luke and his rebel friends through space, they hide away on the Death Star. As C-3PO tries to help Luke from a control room, however, he's rushed by a group of noticeably clumsy stormtroopers. One soldier's hilarious blunder happens just fast enough to miss at first.
Take over. Need a hint.
Second viewing, on the other hand, shows the hit, and the actor comically fixing his mask as well. Director George Lucas even nods to the blooper in the re-release of the film by giving the hit a loud sound effect. With the charm that this goof adds to the movie, it's no wonder that fans still re-watch this hilarious cinematic accident. Which scene do you think had more fun Easter eggs and details in it? The Oh My Disney scene from Ralph Breaks the Internet or the battle for the Oasis in Ready Player One? Tell us what you found in the comments.